Alright, Libby has a straight back in starting position and uses her legs and hips to explode up, bringing the bar closely to her body and catching the weight while getting under the weight. Notice how she's not using her arms to bring the weight up. She's using her legs and hips and getting under the weight to catch it.
Yep.
Alright, next we have rows. It's a rather simple movement, but a lot of people I notice don't do them correctly. Notice how my back is leaned backwards slightly.
Yep.
Leaning forward too much or backwards too much will impede the movement of your rhomboids and trap muscles, or
Yep.
just your back muscles if you're not familiar with that is. Notice I'm pulling backwards and then pinching my shoulder blades together at the end. That's the most important part of this movement. Next we have RDLs. I'm not the best example. My legs are not necessarily completely flexible. So my legs are slightly bent there. I do have a good straight back, and I use my hamstrings to pinch up and bring the weight upwards after having a controlled movement downwards. Notice how my legs are slightly bent. If you can get your legs straight, that's better. Next we have barbell bench. Notice how I have a stable and controlled downward movement of the bar. The bar is even. My left and right arm don't come down at different rates, don't go up at different rates. Notice how my back, hips, and feet are all anchored, all to either the bench or the ground. I'm not moving around and pushing with my pec muscles and triceps. Next we have lat pull downs. Libby has a stable and controlled movement on the way down and up. She pinches her lats and shoulder blades to bring the weight down towards her body. And notice how her back alignment is stable. She's not moving backwards and forwards and moving the weight with her back. It's all with her lats and shoulder blades.
You're good.
Lastly, we have back squat. Make sure to keep your back engaged. See how before I start the rep here, my back is tight and engaged here. Make sure your feet are about shoulder width apart, and the most important part of this lift is that my knees do not go over my toes. Watch this next one here. You don't want your knees to go past your toes. If that happens, you're going to have knee trouble eventually.
You're good.
I have a nice stable movement all the way down and good depth past 90 degrees.